out most of the time in Austin, so I wasn't home too much. And I mean, that was kind of it.
So when you say, and this is where I'm kind of naive about this, okay, but so when you're working with Reggie, like at that point in time, was there anything specific that you guys were focusing on? I mean, did you have specific goals of, look, I want to go to the NFL? I mean, was that something that you were aspiring for,
I
or
mean,
just to be the best you could be, or what?
It was overall training, just being a better athlete, more conditioned athlete, and obviously with him playing DB, he could give me pointers when obviously going against other defenders and things like that. But he also helped me from a mental aspect using my platform that I now have, even way back then, because he got drafted, he was in the NFL. So for me, being able to sit back and visualize that before I even had it was something that really helps give you a perspective as you move forward in your career.
How does that work really, Marcus? And you talk about the mental. I mean, obviously there's a huge mental part with the game.
Mm-hmm.
But you said you were working specifically with that. So, I mean, did you just have to kind of mentally bring yourself to where you were physically? Does that make sense? Of just how do you get all that sync together, or did he teach you something specific about how to do that?
I mean, it's just DB's techniques and how to just little things as a receiver, winning at the release, or the way a DB thinks. Because I'm thinking in my own way, but having that insight of what a DB's thinking, not only at the point before the ball is even snapped, but during a route, and his technique. If he covering me short, or if I'm running, having a deep ball, whatever it may be, he was giving me pointers on things like that, which really helped me because leading up to me ever meeting Reggie, it was really just raw ability. I would just go out there, and it was a testament to our high school coaches as well because they got us prepared physically and mentally. But it's different when you have somebody who's played at every level and can give you a totally different insight. So that's what really helped take me to the next level, in my opinion.
So Reggie, when you talk about that different level of insight, what are you giving these guys that's different from a coach?
It's a different perspective, like he said. When you played it and you've been on that field, things happen differently than you can draw up on a chalkboard or you can, look at it in a book.
Right.
There's situations that come up that if you've never played, you won't know.
You don't know.
It's
so
like
you just
different.
have to walk through it to even know how
and
to
I
do
feel
it.
like by me playing, I know that 90% of it is in between the ears. You know what I mean? So it's not all physical. And I think I used to tell Marcus that in high school, and he didn't really grasp at the time exactly what I meant. But now that he's made this journey, he can see that like everybody's fast, everybody has technique, everybody lifts weights, right?
Right.
It's the guys that have it here are the ones that are most successful in the NFL. Mm-hmm. And now he can see that. And so for me, working with high school athletes, I try to give them that knowledge. Mm-hmm. You can lift as much weight as you want to. More than likely, it's not going to help you as much as studying, working on your craft. That's a big key component. Really understanding coming in and out of routes and breaks, like I used to tell him.
Yeah. That was
and
a
he was like,
aspect too.
Yeah, he told me when he went to UT, he was like, dang, that's exactly what my coach told me. I was like, yeah. I said, that's the game.
It's a skill sport. I used to get so caught up in just being the strongest. I was like, as long as I'm the strongest on the field, like I'm good. But especially at receiver and DB and just being on the outside of the field when everything's going on.
Yeah.
The skill set is huge, and that was a different perspective for me. So it changed the way that I trained. It wasn't. At a certain point, it was like 80% in the weight room, 20% on the field. And that 20% on the field was really just conditioning.
Yeah.
So then it changed me to where I was like, it can't be like that. It needs to be me on the field, running routes, just technical things as a receiver, and then just even getting my teammates who were DBs and getting that opportunity for us to compete with each other on the field outside of a game. So when we actually got to practice and we got to games, but it wouldn't have really been introduced, and I wouldn't have had that mindset until I really got with Reggie and had that, like I said, that insight.
So you started seeing some success